Last month, Republican Representative Randy Fine of Florida went on a bit of a tirade as far as what he thought our approach should be to Gaza moving forward. This is what he had to say.
In World War II, we did not negotiate a surrender with the Nazis. We did not negotiate a surrender with the Japanese. We nuked the Japanese twice in order to get unconditional surrender. That needs to be the same here. There is something deeply, deeply wrong with this culture, and it needs to be defeated.
Pretty disgusting stuff there, and one might argue lacking context in terms of historical accuracy. After all, the Nazis were inspired by America's Jim Crow laws, and in 1940, after Hitler invaded Western Europe, 93% of the American public said that we should continue to stay out of the war. In addition, after the war, we may not have negotiated surrender with the Nazis, but we did invite them into the country and gave their scientists government jobs in order to prepare for the impending Cold War with the Soviet Union. Also, just a hint of white supremacy vibes going on here in calling other cultures evil. But, I'm sure Randy's heard all this by now. Maybe he's learned his lesson. Let's see what he has to say now.
Did you really mean to say that the U.S. should use nuclear weapons against a people because there's something wrong with their culture?
Of course not. What I was saying is that we didn't negotiate with evil in World War II. We defeated the Germans. We defeated the Japanese using any means that were necessary. And the same needs to be done in Gaza. Nuking Gaza would be a terrible idea. The fallout would drift into Israel. It would kill the hostages. The point that I was making was,
but you're not worried about it
sit down
killing,
and say,
for example, women and children in Gaza who, the innocents?
I think war is a messy thing. In the same way we did what was necessary to get Japan to unconditionally surrender, they need to do the same thing over there, no matter what that is. I don't know what those tools are, but it took us nuking Japan not once, but twice in order to get them to unconditionally surrender. And it's estimated that saved 1 million American lives in the process. My point is, we didn't sit down and go, oh no, civilians might die, let's not get Japan to surrender. I believe the Palestinianism in Gaza is on a level of evil that we saw in Japan and we saw in Germany back in World War II. And I believe Israel needs to do what's necessary to defeat it. And I won't apologize for that.
Brought to you by the pro-life and all lives matter crowd. If cognitive dissonance had a face, it would look very much like Randy Fine's. No, I wasn't saying that there's something wrong with their culture and they should be nuked. I was saying that they're all evil and we should do whatever's necessary to destroy them. So I'll say this really simple. If you're a white person arguing that an entire culture is evil to the point that they need to be obliterated without any concern for the lives of the children, you might be a white supremacist. And no, Randy, I won't apologize for that. Good day.